There we go. As we're getting started, a couple of things I want to make sure that people know. And maybe before we do that, just so we give a minute or two for people to hop on, I'm kind of wanting to know, are you guys hearing and seeing about people being sick right now? Like I've had sinusy cold this week, but my brother and his wife are going to be having a baby in a couple weeks, and they said they're down in, I can't remember where they are, you guys. I'm having some serious brain fog issues this month. Anyway, they're down somewhere in Utah. And they were saying how tons of people have stomach bugs. Yes, Brittany says stomach bugs. I'm hearing tons of stomach bug stuff. I've had several employees that have like suddenly throwing up like crazy and cold type stuff. So are you guys hearing that? Is that just only in my ear? Brittany's hearing some of that. So yeah, such a random time of year. That's what I was thinking too. Allergies. I've heard of lots of allergies. Maybe the rain is helping. We've had so much rain. It's like it's April weather. It's the weirdest thing happening. Tammy's kids got a bad cold virus last week, high temperatures. So even though chest congestion, crazy, even though it's like we're thinking we should be in the clear, healthy season, just realize there's still nasty bagasty out there. Still realize people need our natural solutions that we have, right? I had some people at my work, and I decided as their boss, because these are my main managers, that I'm giving them each a bottle of On Guard soft gels. Because one of my employees, she's like, oh man, I've got the worst sore throat. And I thought, okay, yeah, she's got a sore throat. She was sick like 7 days. And I was like, ain't nobody got time for 7 day sickness. And so I just think I have taken for granted the tools that I have, these oils, the On Guard soft gels. We use the Tri-Ease even for colds. So when my kids start getting congestion, whether it's allergies or just the general cold, Tri-Ease, think about it. The lemon is really good for a decongestant. Did you guys know that? Lemon is a natural decongestant. Peppermint is a natural expectorant. Yeah, Amy, put it on your cheeks. I will say when I've put lemon direct on my skin, it kind of tingle burns. So you probably have to dilute that. But peppermint is a natural expectorant, meaning it helps to dry up mucus. And then lavender, you've got help with any of that histamine. And whether you need that or not for a cold, we still use the Tri-Ease for a cold. So having those things that are lessening symptoms and shortening the time frame that you're sick, let's not take it for granted. I'm reminding myself as much as anyone, and then share the love, right? Because other people are being sick for 7 to 10 days. Ridiculous. I've not done that in years. Abigail had to get a tracheostomy last week. What? Oh, I'm so sorry. That's terrible. Oh, gall. So just know we need to keep our eyes and ears open for those that need our help, right? Okay, so a couple of things that we want to make sure you know. Did you see 80% sold out on convention tickets? So whether it is somebody that you're hoping is going to join you in doTERRA as a partner and you get an extra ticket, you don't have to be an advocate to get a ticket. They do need to get their own Rain Focus ID account. You can buy an extra ticket, or maybe you buy one for a spouse. And we've done it where like Jared's come to the gala with me, and then like I had somebody come for one day to get a feel and kind of a vibe for doTERRA and be with us and see how big and amazing it is. And it really does bring that whole feeling. If you haven't been to convention, it's not to be missed. And it's like, oh, but it's 100 and I don't even, what is it, guys? How much is it? It's a cost. 160. I read Amy's lips. Okay. It's $160. That is about the smallest investment I have ever heard that a person could make for what you get out of being there. So, I mean, truly, whether it's the education, whether it's just getting your mojo back on or going next level, the trainings and breakouts, the tips, the tools from people that are successful in making it happen right now, hearing the doctors and the researchers. Here's the thing. You think that it's recorded and we have everything to go back and watch later. You will have a couple bits of time after that. There are some things that I remember personally being in conventions that I have gone back to search and it doesn't exist unless someone held their phone up recorded the Jumbotron and then posted it to YouTube. And I think doTERRA has had several of those pulled down, but there has been key stuff. Like what I know about the turmeric, our turmeric dual chamber capsules, I've never read anywhere. The reason I know that they last longer in the body, and they're 11 times, they last 11 times longer in the body and they're 7 times more effective than regular turmeric, is because I sat in convention. I mean, Dr. O, they're just incredible stuff. The feel, the vibe, the grand worldwide effect that we're having, you just can't get it without convention. So I can't say enough about it. So make sure you're coming, you're joining. It's worth taking off work. It's worth getting babysitters. It's worth the sacrifice. Holy cow, BOGOs. Okay, BOGOs. Wait, before I say that, we have Experience doTERRA this weekend and the Silver Retreat. So if you're wanting to, you don't have to be silver to go. This is, I want to be silver. So that's down at the Goddards. Both of those links have been posted on our team page. So you'll want to get registered ASAP. I think the deadline is tomorrow. So get registered for you and your people, both Experience doTERRA and the Rank Retreat. And then BOGOs, holy cow. I really have to say, who was surprised that there was buy one, get one on the Advantage? What in the, I know, right? I just was like, wait, what? So I just checked a little bit ago and I did not see that it's sold out. They said that they would send a notification when it was 90. Okay, wait, back the wagon up. Apparently it sold out. Then they came back and they opened it up again. It's open right now. They said they would notify us at 90% and I haven't got that notification yet. So there's still some space. So if you thought it was sold out, if you didn't buy yours, if you haven't reached out to your customers, let me tell you, it is time to do that pronto. I don't know if it'll last through tomorrow or not, hopefully, but it's definitely not lasting the week. And we so totally lucked out that we got this opened back up. I was telling Rochelle earlier, the beautiful oil, I remember wanting to get my hands on that so bad. And it sold out by 11 a.m. Gonzo. So it is, when they say while supplies last, I think the last couple of BOGOs, it's kind of lasted most of the time. So we've kind of been spoiled that way. But just know when there's something hot, like when the clock strikes midnight, you don't even wait until Monday. You're buying it Sunday night at 12:01. That's when you're buying it if there's something that's hot, because it will sell out by morning. Good job, Tammy. Yeah. Yeah. Such a great time for people if they've heard about it, but haven't like taken the plunge. So if we can, I wish we could track who purchases, right? Because I'd love to come in with some extra solid support. So I don't know if we say, hey, let me know if you purchased the BOGO and I'll be sure to send you the ebook, because doTERRA has provided an ebook, because that would be something that they're like, oh yeah, I want to get that. Was that an ebook? Yeah, that's for all the BOGOs. So maybe something that they're responding back, so you can do some follow-up. Maybe you grab them and you can, current MetaPower challenge is over, but you could even copy and paste some of the messages from one of our MetaPower things. You could do a little one-on-one. You could add them in next time. Just something that's supportive to give them a little bit more education. A couple of texts, maybe you put them in a text campaign that they get 2 texts for the month that they're going to start taking their collagen, just teaching them about it. So I think that could be cool. So we're going to hear more on BOGOs from Catherine. So we're super excited and kind of fun that it's different, that it's just everything's available right now. It doesn't make you be like, like, oh. I need it all. How many? What do I do? Kind of this moment, right? So you can imagine that our customers are probably like, Kate, what is this stuff? You've got Davana. What even is that? You've got some of these oils that aren't in the books. And you're just like, oh man, you can always go to YouTube, because some of them have surfaced in the past and you can find some info. And that might be the only way that you learn some things. So I'm excited to hear from Catherine. She's going to share on several. We're not going to hit on every single one, like, no need on Deep Blue, because it's already a rock star that we know about. But we're excited to have you sharing with us, Catherine. So we're going to shift on over to you. Thanks for being with us and being beautiful. I don't hear you yet, but I feel good about the fact we're going to.
Okay, there I am. Took me a second. All right. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is the Beautiful, and that's the buy the Beautiful, and then you get the frankincense touch for free. And I've never used Beautiful before, but I think I'm going to have to buy some because of how powerful it seems. So if anybody's used it and has an experience, jump in. But I really liked what the emotions book had to say about Beautiful. And it says, too often inherent value is gauged from outward responses instead of inner knowing. The oils in Beautiful lead individuals to recognize the beauty of the gifts within them and to embrace their worth with grace and gratitude. And it can be easier to find personal faults than to find inner strengths, talents, and capabilities. This blend helps individuals acknowledge all that is good within and to radiate their divine light to a world in need. And its ingredients are lime, osmanthus, bergamot, and frankincense. And so I really liked what that had to say, especially in light of, it's been a few weeks ago that we had that book reading from, I think it was Nick. And it just made me really kind of like hit on how we do really need to work on sometimes listening on finding our own personal faults and focusing on our inner strengths and talents. So the ways that you would use Beautiful are, if you're stressed and anxious, which we all are at times, is to apply to your forehead, the back of your neck, and over your heart, or obviously diffuse it. Ways to use it if you want to encourage being true to yourself are to apply it to your pulse points, the back of your neck, along your spine, and the bottoms of your feet. And then if you want to focus your heart, mind, and body, you can also apply it to your forehead, neck, and bottoms of feet. And then it also works really well for meditation and tranquility. And again, you would apply it to your pulse points along your spine and the bottoms of your feet. So, and this one is one that is not to take internally because it's one of those blends. And also because it has lime in it to maybe avoid exposure to sunlight or UV rays for up to 12 hours after application. So you don't have that skin sensitivity. So that's the first buy one, get one that we're going to talk about.
Catherine, can I say real quick, it smells so stinking good.
That's what Amy is telling me. I'm like, I need to get
good. And this is the one that sold out by 11 o'clock and it only comes up every now and then. But tricky trick, it's also in the body spray. That's the coconut oil body spray with the Beautiful. I love it so much. It is truly a beautiful smell. So using it in place of perfume and getting rid of those chemicals, but then getting, the benefits and the healing of the oils. And it has bergamot in it, right? You said?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like the oil of self-acceptance. And I just love that it's like this, think of a mantra with it, like I am beautiful, like, and that self-accepting. So it's a great gift and one that's great for yourself. But hi, who doesn't want a mini frankincense? It's
right?
So cute. Like travel frankincense. So I think that's crazy. You can get those two, and that's crazy cheap. So I am all about this set. So, okay, I just had to rave about the smell.
No, yeah, I have never smelled it before. So I'm like, that's definitely
it is 50% sold out.
Say that again.
50% sold out.
Yes. Thank you.
Buy it tonight.
Whew.
Yeah. All right. And then the next buy one, get two is the Island Mint. You buy your Island Mint and then you get Citrus Bloom and Sunny Citrus for free. And the Island Mint is just one of our summertime blends. And its kind of top uses are for calming, relaxing, and kind of creating a renewing atmosphere. And different uses that you can do are diffusing it during a party, staycation, if you don't get to go out. And it also helps energize and uplift your mood and environment. So you can diffuse it, apply to pulse points along your spine, the back of your neck, and or the bottoms of your feet. The other thing that Island Mint is great for is focus. Anything with mint is always really good for focus. And also like low energy. I know I use my super mint a lot of times for if I'm really low energy or driving in my car in the afternoon when I'm super tired, I stick some super mint on and I feel like just that pick me up. So this one has lime in it, distilled lemon, peppermint, and spruce. So that spruce is a great combination with those citrus, just for kind of even a grounding, kind of a an oil. So this one is also not intended for internal use either. And because of the lime and lemon, to avoid your UV exposure for a few hours after you use it on your skin. So the Island Mint is the one that you buy, and then you get the Citrus Bloom and Sunny Citrus Free. So your Citrus Bloom is actually a springtime blend. But that one is actually for helping closed-mindedness, which I know I sometimes need to be more open-minded about things, or hopelessness or resignation. It can also help with chaotic environments or situations. And as a teacher, I'm thinking I'm going to have to maybe using this one a lot because I'm going to start teaching high school math, and nothing is more chaotic than teenagers. So, and so you can diffuse it and apply to forehead, bottoms of feet, over your heart. This one also can help with self-worth issues as well. And if that's the case, you want to either diffuse it or even apply over your solar plexus in your heart. And that's to help create the connections with your heart, your mind, and your body. And then you can also use the Citrus Bloom for an afternoon slump or a pessimistic outlook. So if you have a hard time looking for positive during the day because it's been a bad day or something like that, this one will be great for that. So the main ingredients in this one are wild orange, grapefruit, lavender, Roman chamomile, and magnolia. And I don't know about you guys, but I just love the magnolia anyway. So it sounds delightful.
Yeah.
Anybody want to?
Good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And a lot of you know the Citrus Bloom smell because when all the Abode home care stuff came out, home care, I don't know what we call that, but this comes in, this is the flavor that's in our hand soap. That's the Abode hand soap, the Abode lotion, and those refillables. Oh my, delicious. I had it in a body lotion and then it's gone. I've used it up. So you can take this, get doTERRA's unscented lotion, and then add this to the tube, right? Or every time do a little squeeze of your lotion, some of the Citrus Bloom. It is so delicious. I use this in my diffuser. I use this in salt and sugar scrubs. I use it in room sprays. I use it in my bubble diffuser. This is like the happiest spring. It's sweet. It's not too sweet. It's non-chemical, non-toxic. And so use it everywhere. Perfume, like you name it, even my teenagers, like they are loving this, and that says a lot. So this can replace a lot of different products. You can do a lot of DIYs. It's sad it's in a small bottle. But this is like, and the Sunny Citrus is yummy. This is a mega pack for only $24.50. So I love this Citrus Bloom smell.
Yeah, it sounds wonderful. And then the last one is your Sunny Citrus, which is the oil of enjoyment. And it is all about embracing carefree moments, which we need in the summer, right? But it helps to insist that we take time to reconnect and remember the childlike part of the soul that is unburdened by stresses, worries, and the seriousness of life, which I love that. And suggested uses are to inhale it from the bottle, diffuse, or place drops in your hand. And then just, you can also apply it over your solar plexus, which is your upper stomach, or on your wrists. And the ingredients in this one are grapefruit, wild orange, and peppermint, which those are like three of my favorite, all rolled into one. And the positive properties of it are just childlike, carefree, playful, optimistic, enthusiastic, spontaneous. So I think we all just need to, it's the message it says is just time to stop stressing and start playing, which I think we all need in the summer a little bit.
Love it. Love it.
Okay. So if anybody has anything to add to that, you can, or we'll move on.
Yes. Amazing. Thank you, Catherine. So good. Kay, did you have other ones or no? I don't want to cut you off. Oh, you're muted or I lost you.
Those were the
Oh,
four
maybe
we were
thumbs
going
up.
to do.
Okay, didn't see you. Okay. The other one that I want to mention just because, so we know about this, and guys, this is a great time for you to get samples, get things for studies. Even if you only sampled this, like I still think that you'd get customers coming on wanting to buy this every month. So I like buy one, get one. That's just crazy to me. So taking advantage of that. We know we love Deep Blue, being able to have the concentrated oil and the Deep Blue stick, such a great deal. You can never have enough of this, I feel like. This one is 50% sold out too. So just so you're aware and you're not delaying and getting it, our skincare products in this line are so good. I love them so much. So you've got the brightening gel giving you that brighter complexion, and then tightening serum. So that says what it is, but the ingredients are incredible when you look at the different essential oils. And then of course, Immortelle. This is going to be amazing for skin as part of your skincare routine, everything with the eyes. I mean, it's called the anti-aging blend. And I think, isn't Immortelle close to like $80 itself? Does anyone know the savings on this? Have you looked in? Like, I'd like to see the price, but I love to see the savings because it's got to be around 80, right? I don't know exactly, but
Immortelle is 80 because you're buying that and getting the other two free.
yeah,
And those are each like, I think 36, maybe around 36 each.
yeah, it really is such a deal, such a deal. So we hit that one. Is there any other ones? I think that's it. Oh, Neroli and Devana. Okay, so let's explain. Is Jamie Halford on here? Jamie, are you here? I know.
I'm here.
Oh, yay,
I'm
Jamie.
here.
Okay. Isn't Neroli a bedroom oil?
It can be a bedroom oil, yes.
Okay, so can you share in what way would somebody use this as a bedroom oil? Is it
Okay.
libido?
I need to look at my notes. Hang on.
Okay, okay. So while you're doing that, if you want to look it up, I know this can be for like anxiety, but it also can be a bedroom oil. But Devana is what I wanted to mention. So I was at convention, and anybody who was at convention, Denise, I don't know if you remember more, but this is doTERRA has the only pure Devana in the world. And it only came that one time. I haven't seen it since then when it was in the convention package. When you roll it on, it was so crazy because we could roll it on different people and smell, and it smelled completely different. So depending on your, makeup and then putting it on, it's just this beautiful floral perfume, and not like grandma floral. Like typically if you went to a perfumery or like the mall and it was like a floral, I'd be like, ugh, right? But I don't feel like that with the oils. I love magnolia. I love rose. And so Devana has got some of the florals. You don't like it on you, Kira? Oh, go ahead, Denise.
I don't, to me, it doesn't really smell floral. And it's also for men, and it smells really good on Dr. Eric. It doesn't smell that great on me.
It's so interesting, isn't
It
it?
changes with your body chemistry, so it
Yeah.
smells different on each person, but I would say that it's subtle. It's not super strong no matter who it's on.
Yeah, and it's not in our emotions book, and I don't think it's in our regular book. So I'd have to go like digging on YouTube. So yeah. So if you find that, Jamie, you could
I
just,
have it.
okay, go ahead.
Okay, so it just took me a minute. I was
Are you okay?
working on, I've been working on beautiful in my event
Ooh,
today.
ooh.
So one of the questions that I just saw in chat is, could I please describe what a bedroom oil is?
Yeah.
And for what I promote them as, it's oils that help in the bedroom with various different things for couples. Everything from loss of sexual interest to discomfort, things like that. So Neroli is awesome because it also it's very similar to like ylang ylang and even some of like Clary's properties. So it helps with loss of sexual interest, arousal, and even ED. It helps you if you're stressed or unsettled, which can come from having issues. As time goes on, we take medications or get older, menopause, things like that. And with men also, things that affect us and change our bedroom time. I'm trying to be PG here a little bit.
That's great. It's great.
And also it's great for a lot of other things that affect bedroom, like it could be different things that have to do with hormonal things regarding menopause and PMS, menstrual. So there's a lot in here for women, but there's a lot in there for men too with the for bedroom. But it has so many amazing uses. It's just it really is amazing. It could even be used as a deodorant. So
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just a rough thing, but
Yeah.
it's amazing, and it takes you from being afflicted to released.
Ah, cool. Okay. Yeah. So calming the mind, clearing the mind. So you're in that space, libido, all that. That's so helpful. Thank you. Yeah. And there's Jamie does a whole class. There's all sorts of different bedroom oils, hormone oils, in that whole entire sphere. And she has people with tons of amazing, like life-changing things. So she's the expert on our team in that space. So thank you, Jamie, for sharing on the fly with that. Okay, well, BOGOs, go, go, go. People don't buy what they don't know. People don't know what we don't share. So educate, whether it's on social media and text, whether you're doing a little 30-minute hop on and watch my Zoom live, whatever it might be, because there are several oils here that people are like, oh, what is that? If they knew, they might be jumping all over it. If they don't know, they're kind of like me, I'll get the deep blue, right? So hopefully we can share email, text, whatever it might be. So, all right, guys, let's move into our meat and potatoes. As Amy was sharing with me her idea for the meeting and just some of the tips, they were fresh, they were different, they were new, they hit home. And so I think you guys are going to really like them. And it's really a perfect time right now with summer. And many of us, I'm going to say every one of us is always juggling. We're juggling relationships and a full-time job and doTERRA. We're juggling summer, kids are home, and a job, or your volunteer work, or whatever it might be. And so these were really great, like tuned in tips. So Amy, we're super excited. Thanks for bringing us the goods.
Can you pull up my PowerPoint, Heather?
Oh, that would be helpful. Okay, yep, I'm going to do that. And if you just want to tell us, Amy, while I'm pulling that up, just where your info and all of that came from, that'd be awesome so people know.
Okay, so hi everybody. I'm so happy to see you all. And well, most of you might know that I have a deep love for Tasha Smith, who does the Emerge Sales training. That is available for everybody on our Lead to Freedom launch page that you can go. She's a master at sales. And I think was that Emerge Sales training really was pivotal for me in inviting without worry, right? When I was first starting doTERRA. And I think because it had such a big impact on how I did my business, I kind of try to consume everything she brings out because she really resonates with me. And about a month ago on Facebook, she asked a question about, hey, full-time people that do a side hustle of a network marketing company, what are your challenges? But it wasn't just for people that had full-time jobs. What if you homeschool or had family responsibility or take care of aging parents or anything else, right? The millions of hats and roles that we wear. How do you set yourself up for success and longevity in your network marketing business? And she just gave some tips and tricks. So she gave 6 tips on how to find joy kind of in your network marketing, because our network marketing business should bring us joy and energy, not drain us of joy and energy. And I think sometimes when we're running fast and we've been running hard, I think our team's been running hard for a long time. Sometimes I was talking with some others on our team, and we're like, oh man, we wake up and we're mad at ourselves because we haven't done enough, or we didn't get this done, or this didn't happen the way we wanted it to. And I think we have to give ourselves grace, but a couple of these tips just really resonated with me. So maybe not all 6 will work for you, but maybe you'll find 1 or 2 things that you could maybe incorporate to make your, to help you in your business, right? I don't know if I can, you might have to switch slides for me, Heather. So one of the first tips, and this one was life-changing for me. I'm a full-time teacher. I am a mom of 6. I also have a part-time job doing property management, and I try to do 40 hours of doTERRA a week. So that's a full-time network marketing business for me as well. And it's exhausting. And this idea of don't work your network marketing business every day, but work it every other day kind of gave me freedom. I had freedom for myself, right? Because I was like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. And this is what she had to say about that, is that when we are busy with whatever roles we have to play, every time we context switch, so I'm teaching and then I do something at lunch for doTERRA, and then I have to go back to teaching, and then I have to run my kids here, and then I go back to doTERRA, and then I do this, this, and this. We lose 20 minutes of productivity every time we context switch. And I don't know about you, but I'm context switching all day. And so giving yourself permission to maybe work longer hours, 3 days a week, instead of doing one thing every day, might make you more productive, might save time, give you less mental stress, and it's sustainable, right? I don't know if you can run at a really fast pace for the rest of your life doing your network marketing business and all your other things. So on those days off, those full days off, you can take time to take care of yourself, take care of your family, exercise, run errands, whatever you want to do. I found that since I kind of took this to heart when I heard about it and I started to implement it, and some things I have to do every day, but for the most part, it's been really freeing for me, and I get a lot more done, and I'm a lot more happy. So this was one of the tips that worked really great for me, and maybe it will resonate with some of you as well. The second tip, Heather, can you, oh, she moved away for a minute. I don't have a way to fast forward my slide. So we'll just, we'll talk about it. Oh, will you thank you, is the rule of 3. So I don't know if you guys have heard this rule of 3 before, but 3 is kind of a magical number. It's in psychological research that 3 is a number that our brain likes. 3 and the number 7 for some reason. And our brain, we can use that power of 3 in our business. And we already kind of do. 3 cool things, 3 ways we use, right? All these things we use in things of 3. So write a list of all the things you need to do in your business. And then you're going to pick the top 3 that you need to get done. And 3 is doable. And if you accomplish those 3 things and want to do 3 more, go ahead and do 3 more. If you're working 3 days a week, then you pick 3 things to do and you accomplish that, and you'll pick more. You'll get 3 things done. And then instead of just picking 1 thing to do every single day, right? You almost triple the amount of things you get done. 3 appointments a week. So she's like, you need to have your days set, your week set to have at least 3 appointments a week, whether that's a Zoom class, whether that's an online vendor event, whether that's a one-on-one, in-person class, in-person vendor event, whatever it is, 3 appointments a week. And then the rest of your working time is to fill up those appointment dates, right? To have those 3. The statistics are that if you do this, you get an average of 5 enrollments a month and potentially 1 new builder. That was pretty incredible. I also think both of these top 2 tips are very sustainable, right? They're things that we could keep doing and move at a momentum that feels good and doable every week, long term. Okay, the next one.
Amy,
Yes.
can I just share a thought real quick? Like, I really love this, the simplicity of this, but I like this as a commitment to yourself and to your business. Because right now, could you say, I have at least 3 appointments every week? I would imagine that most of us are going to say no. But what would your business look like if you did? And 3 is not that many. And maybe it's just a phone call appointment, right? Maybe it's actual like official one-on-one. Like Amy was saying, there's all sorts of things. And we open that up to say, I want action items of appointments that something's moving forward with me and someone else. Like did you hear the results? And if you stay with the consistency and you're committing to yourself, like I'm setting up 3 appointments, like if you're an overachiever, you could do 4 or 5, whatever. But I love that you will always have forward movement, right? Because you're always committed to that for yourself and your business. And you can do it working every other day. Like that's pretty cool. Also makes me think of Sierra shared in one of our team meetings. It was a book from Justin Harrison. And it was his, I don't know, it was his base camp
Get
or
off the bench.
what was it?
Get off the bench.
Get off the bench. And he talked about just making 5 reach outs a day, just 5. And it's like, oh, that could actually create movement. That could actually do something for my business, as simple as it is. So if we get into all or nothing thinking, which a lot of humans are all or nothing thinking, go big all the way or do nothing at all, like find the middle space here. Get comfortable in this and go for the 3. I love this so much. Okay, thanks, Amy.
There was a thing I was thinking. Oh, the appointments could also be wellness overviews, right? You would throw those into the mix.
Love
So,
it.
the next one. So number 3 is find joyful networking strategies. Like I said before, our network marketing business should bring us joy and energy, not drain us. So, one thing she said to do is make a T chart, a simple T chart. Put what are things I love about my network marketing business that I love to do, and what are things I don't love to do. Now, there's some things we all don't love to do, right? But we have to do. They're part of our business. But if you hate social media, then don't do social media. I love teaching classes. I like social media. I'm learning to do that a little bit better, but choose those strategies that bring you joy. She says the number one best network marketing strategy is the one that you'll actually do. So if you hate something, how often are you going to do it? Right? I think many of us procrastinate the things we hate to do or leave it to the last minute. So maybe we shift that. And maybe you find a couple different network strategies that you love. Maybe you love in-person classes. Maybe you love online vendor events. Maybe you like in-person vendor events. Maybe you love one-on-ones. Bless you, Heather. Do all the things, but you want things to bring you joy, but not just joy. You want to concentrate ones that bring you action, right? And so we don't have to be like, oh, I love learning. I love learning about all the oils. It's so fun to do the research behind that. That's great. And we should spend some of our time. But our strategies are actually those that provide results. Those are actionable strategies is what I'm talking about. So and the last thing on that is we also want our action steps. The whole point of network marketing is getting to other people's network. So having systems for that, which brings us to our next one, having systems and outlines. And I think some of us on this that have been on this team, maybe shorter times, we take this for granted because this is already in place. And we are really lucky because we have systems and we have outlines that are ready for us. We have a Facebook group that we get to invite our customers to. We have a launch group. We have a business page for our new builders. We have things already in place. She says, don't wing it. Have systems in place and follow the system. So she says you need to have at least 3 outlines. You need a high converting sales outline. So most of us are familiar. If you're new, if not, talk to your upline about the Emerge Sales Training. We have some of that on available to us. She has very simple verbiage that helps you invite, right? That helps you close sales. Have a recruiting outline. What does that look like when you are talking to a new person that's interested in the business? And have an outline for your wellness consults. All 3 of those outlines should include a referral piece. So when you're inviting them to the next thing, you ask them for referrals. When you're recruiting them, you ask them for referrals. And when you're at a wellness or wish list consult, whatever you want to call it, you ask for referrals too. So she gave this story of a lumberjack. I think this comes from Stephen Covey, and maybe some of you have heard about it. I don't remember all the details. I've heard this several times. There's 2 lumberjacks, an old lumberjack and a young lumberjack, and they go out and work. And the old lumberjack, he worked, and then he took a break, and then he'd work, and then he'd take a break. And the young lumberjack would just work without taking breaks. And at the end of the day, the old guy would win. The next day, the young guy's like, I'm not going to let him beat me today. So he went in an hour early, only took 1 break throughout the day, and worked an hour late. The old guy came in, did the same thing, worked, break. At the end of the day, the old guy won again. 3rd day, the young guy comes in 2 hours early, no breaks, 2 hours late. The old guy still beats him at the end of the day. He's like, how is this possible? This young guy says to this old guy, how's this possible? You're beating me. I'm working double as hard as you. And the old lumberjack says to him, well, I take time to sharpen my knife. So I guess the moral of the story is, if we have our things in place that are ready for when we invite somebody, and when somebody enrolls, what's the next step? And what's the next step? And what's the next step? Then we can, it's sharpening our knife. We don't have to recreate. We don't have to, we need to work smarter, not harder, I guess is the theory of that. And I think we have already a lot of these things in place. And we have wellness consult. We have trains on wellness consult patch. You can go back and look at lots of trainings from these team meetings that are available on our Facebook group that has a lot of these things that you could implement into your business if you're not already doing that. But I do think that these are non-negotiable part of our business. They are very great. Next one is responsibility sharers. So she says, life is a team sport. We give others assist, they give us assist. It goes both ways. We're not charity. We're not asking people to just give to us without us giving back. But she says it's hard when you have a lot of responsibilities and we have lots of roles to fill. So maybe you do you're finding things for doing swaps with friends and family for childcare, or maybe you pay for laundry service or a housekeeper, or hire a neighbor girl to come in and be a mom's helper, or help organize your wellness packets for you, or I hire my kids to do all that kind of stuff, fill sample bottles, all of those kinds of things that take up time from us. I love this, that she said, don't have more than 3 priorities. If you have more than 3 priorities, you have none. We can't stretch ourselves too thin. So make time for those priorities. Maybe it's your family, maybe it's your doTERRA business, and maybe whatever else that you choose for your priorities. But don't have more than that, and speak to that. So she says, if you have a job and you have kids and you have other responsibilities and you have a network marketing business, maybe now is not the best time to pick up being the basketball coach of your kids' rec team, or to take on added responsibilities, unless that's something that really brings you joy, if that's one of your 3 priorities, right? So I love that she even gave verbiage. I would love to help with that, but my calendar is very full with Blake. Maybe you could try so-and-so might be interested, or give them referrals for that. There are trade-offs, right, to having a network marketing business. Sometimes we have to have sacrifices, but we're trying to build a better life for our families. So we can't, as much as we'd like to do everything, I think that's near impossible. And that's when we feel, at least for myself, the mental stress. It's not fun anymore. It's a chore instead of a joy. And I think if we can fix some logistical issues, it clears the way for us to do the things that we enjoy in our network marketing business. So I think there's lots of different ways, and maybe some of you guys have some tips on how you share responsibility or find different things to help you navigate those logistics. So that, I think that is, no, well, there's one more. Sorry, I should have put numbers on them. Is there one more? Yeah, this just kind of reiterated things we'd already talked about. She said, leadership time savers. Those outlines, systems, making sure that your outlines and things are duplicatable will be a leadership time saver. If you can duplicate what you're doing for your leaders and other people, that you can duplicate your systems for your customers time and time and time and time again, that it will be a leadership time saver. You're not trying to recreate the wheel every time you do a new online vendor event or every time you're doing a class. Having all of those things in place, having your script for your in-person class, having your script for your Zoom class, having your outline, using ChatGPT, which we've talked about on a couple of different team meetings, can really do that. She says, record yourself doing a one-on-one. You can actually put that in ChatGPT and it will narrate for you. So if this is your first time using your first scripts, maybe you could record yourself doing it your class or whatever, and then you can convert it into a script using Chat GPT, so it's duplicatable. So those are 6 tips. I think there was a couple that really resonated with me personally that was like, oh, that's something I need to look more at and do something like that. So I hope some of these were helpful for you guys. And if you have any other helpful tips or have any questions or things you want to add, I'd be happy to hear it. But those are 6 tips to hopefully make your network marketing a little bit more joyful.
Ooh, I liked them so much. So I feel like I want to see if I can go backwards. You heard them, and if you didn't take notes, I really am going to, how do I get out of here? I really want to encourage you to take a quick note really quick. Okay. So Amy said work every other day. The rule of 3, set 3 appointments, right? A week, pick 3. What was it? Pick 3.
Pick 3 doable action steps every time you work. I will put we can put this on the team page. That's why I put it in a PowerPoint so
Okay.
people can go back and refer to it
Okay.
if they want.
Because I think it's like I said, I'm a big fan of like, if I listen to the information and I don't apply it, it's just information in one ear and out one ear. You're not going to remember come next Monday. So if you'll take a minute as we get off the meeting and ask yourself the questions, what parts of my job bring me joy? Maybe it's just helping people feel better. You know, maybe it's like, I just love so much making those wellness overview packets, like whatever it might be. Identify the ones that, you know, even though I don't love it, I still need to do it. Or can this be delegated? Can I hire someone off of, is it Favor, FAVR, to make images for me so I don't need to do that? Can I use the one on the team page even though I might not love it? That's better than putting my time into that when I don't love it, right? Like what brings me joy? When can those 3 days, or not every other day, every other day, when can I do that to work? And how am I going to get things set up for the rest of my life, kids schedule to make that happen? So sink into this a little bit, right? Where am I lacking systems? I will be the first to tell you, Jared and I in our businesses are people to run so fast, growth. And it's like, there's not time to stop to make the system. And what ends up happening is more problems are created and it's more overwhelm and it's more work and energy that gets sucked from you. So then we've had to do like a cease and desist, stop, create the systems, and then there's flow and it's easy and there's a place for everything. So if you're like us and you're like, go, but you don't have, what is your system once somebody enrolls? What is your system once you are out of class and you have a brand new host? What are you doing? Like get those things into place. And I feel like you will benefit greatly from that. So I love this one too. What stuck out to me was the statement. I love to do that, but my calendar's super full with That's a good statement to just memorize. So getting all these duplicatable things in place. Thank you, Amy, for sharing. Anybody have questions for Amy before we wrap ourselves up tonight? We can post this on the team page so you have access to it. Take those, implement them, ask yourself the questions, see where the holes need to get fixed. Maybe you put some time in this weekend, wake up and put 3 hours into just getting your organization and systems in place. Like how much better could your business operate if you had that going, right? All right, my friends. So good to see you and have you here. Keep rocking strong during the summer. I know there's lots going on, and just stay the course. Keep your eye on the prize of whatever your goal may be. Believe in yourself. Believe in the people around you that they want to support you and that you are actually perfectly supported. That when you make the decisions of the things that you want to do, it's like that next stone comes right up under your foot and the next foot goes out and you're like, I don't even know where this is going to land. And that next stone, things will fall into place and you'll be in flow when you are in that abundant gratitude place, when you are in that faith and willing to take the step forward, even though you don't know where, when, how, you know. That's been my experience. So go forward powerfully in this summer, connecting and helping those around you. Thanks, guys, for being here. Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Catherine, for your help and teaching us so many great things. And go BOGO, go BOGO crazy. Let this help you guys rank advance. Let this help you solidify rank. Let this help you go for founders. Like this is a big week. So don't let it pass by because there won't be another BOGO before founders is over and then the summer is over. So get strategic and get serious about BOGOs.
Heather,
right,
can I make an announcement really quick?
Please. Yeah.
Like I put this on the team page, but I wanted to let people know, anybody that's in Utah, in the Salt Lake, Utah County sort of area, we are doing a Reclaim Your Health event next Thursday night, June 29th. It's going to be at doTERRA Corporate. And this is a great event to be able to bring any of your prospective people, your customers, and have them be able to bring people as well. So I will put the registration in the link, or the link for the registration in the chat. But it's also on the team page as well. And everybody is welcome. So please, if that serves for you and your clients, come and join us.
Thank you, Catherine. Who are your speakers?
So it's just our team that are the speakers. So we don't have, like, we weren't a big enough event to be able to have one of the medical board come in and be one of the speakers, but we have all of the slideshow and the script and everything that doTERRA put together from the medical board to you.
Perfect.
Be teaching that Reclaim Your Health event.
Awesome. That's so cool you're doing that. And thank you for opening that up to the whole team. Guys, that's a great opportunity, giving people a taste of something a little bit bigger, a little bit more formal, a little bit more official, and down at doTERRA. Catherine, what time does it start?
It's 6:30 to 8:30 p.m.
Okay, so make sure, one of the things on the past ones at the Goddards is we had some complaints that it went long. And just make sure that people are coming with the expectation, this is an event, it's a 2-hour event. So they don't come thinking an hour and then they're starting to get antsy. They can just dig in, saddle up, and enjoy. So thanks, Catherine. That's so cool. Thanks for doing that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night, my friends.
Thank you. Good night.
You're welcome. Good night.